Psychology is a strange subject. It questions why we're happy, sad, horny, bad, what is the meaning of life, what is our purpose in the universe, and why are you watching this at 3 a.m. this morning? Well, the answer to all of them are maybe and dunno, and go to sleep you brain dead psycho. But to all this maybe and dunno is one answer. Fuck it, I don't care. And that's what I will be talking about today. The theory is called Absurdism. It arose alongside existentialism and nihilism in early 20th century, basically mocking the two. Absurdism is a conflict between seeking true values and meaning in life in purposeless and valueless world. Absurd stands not as a middle point between life's meaning and a rational universe, but it more or less arises from these two at the same time. The first person to describe this phenomenon was Albert Camus, French-Algerian philosopher, novelist, by all means a rebel, and so much more. Even though he deserves at least a video, it's not this one, so back on track. Absurdism, even though it shouldn't be taken as a concept of something to live by, or as a tool to see the world through, it is often compared to such, like existentialism and nihilism. In absurdist philosophy, absurd becomes the point where our wanted and believed meaning and purpose start to clash with various examples of why what are we doing is meaningless and overall unimportant. Let me present you an example. You have to tidy your room. You do just that. In a week, it's in a similar or even worse state than it was before. And what? In a few years, that very same room probably will not even exist, like the rest of the world. So why should I bother tidying my room now? We have at least 3 possible solutions to such dilemma according to absurdism. Killing yourself, starting a cult, or actually doing it. To put it in more professional words, suicide, psychological suicide, and acceptance. Suicide, or escaping existence, is a solution to all problems by ending one's life. Yet we think this is a viable solution. It is not. It only adds to the absurd. Just imagine killing yourself over a messy room. Now, psychological suicide is more complex. It's an idea, a solution in which we imagine a world behind that of ours, which pulls all the strings here, seemingly irrationally, while in a sad world they make perfect meaning. Belief in such world, or dimension, requires irrational but very much religious belief. It is about creating a religion around our problems and pretending that is the solution. Sometimes pretending hard enough that we begin to believe in it. And that is the psychological suicide. In our room example, it would be equivalent to creating a religion around unresolved Rubik's Cube and praying to it that it will tidy the room up. General ability to sticking your head into the ground and trying to hide from the pain that comes with our world, not standing face to face with our problems, even though it's painful, can benefit us a lot. But it is understandable. And I have to urge you not to look down on people who do just that. For people who tried and had been psychologically burned by reality, it is much easier to find an escape into believing something seemingly absurd. Again, this is not the desired solution for accepting a reality. It leads to killing your inner thoughts for exploration, creativity, and ability of perceiving the world around us as is. Acceptance of the absurd is hard. Being able to accept there is most likely no meaning, yet still pushing yourself every day to the absolute limit, one can achieve the greatest extent of one's freedom. Yet it seemingly is madness. Demonic madness. By recognizing no religious ideas and other constraints and pushing one's self to the absolute limit, to rebel against absurdity by acknowledging it, recognizing it, and accepting it while not succumbing to mentally staying in one place but running forward instead. It very much is a maddening concept, but what other concept would be more fit for irrational world as is, if not totally irrational one? In spite of absurdist philosophy, one should try to live to the fullest, acknowledging that nothing is forever and that if there is no meaning to living, it means that we have more freedom to do what makes us feel alive. We should aspire to live as much as possible, not as good as possible. We shouldn't be super nostalgic about that one pizza in that one particular restaurant or that one mistake you made in middle school. But also we shouldn't forget about them. I would like to end this video with Camus' words. An absurdist human knows his mortality, and yet doesn't accept it. Knows about the limitation of his reasoning, yet still holds it dear. Feels the pleasure and the pain of his experiences, and yet tries to take in as many as possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this sort of stuff, please subscribe. There will be more stuff coming. Goodbye.